not discuss what happens with these planets here, but yeah. So now there's something very beautiful which I want to share with you about this nakshatra, that horses, like we just said, are super beautiful, they're very healthy, and of the Lord Surya, who is the king, and the goddess of the clouds is Sandhya. So they mated in horses form. They were in human form. They were on the planet Earth from the heavens, and the offsprings are Ashwini Kumaras. That's how they came in existence. And also that Lord Surya rides a golden chariot, and so do the Ashwini Kumaras. And these golden chariots are driven by 7 horses. 7 horses are trying to symbolize the 7 colors in the rainbow and your 7 chakras. So this is the symbology. If you would so understand that, what are they? How do I pray to them? How do I reach out to them? So when you're praying to the 7 horses, or you're praying to the colorful, like the horses should probably have the 7 colors of the rainbow, which we have the painting ready here. I'll show it to you by the end of the session. So that will invoke the energy of Ashwini Kumaras through the horses, which is the symbol, and through the rainbow colors, the Vigya colors. And also that lots of medical marvels are performed under Ashwini. So any profession which involves these medical marvels, in which they are transplants, and there's restoring your vitality, your youth, like they are these beauty clinics. They speak about some Botox or some fillers, and they will promise to return your youth to you. So those kind of technological aspects are here in the Ashwini when we speak about the youth. And also a very interesting thing, that the Ashwini Kumaras also taught humanity how to get water from the clouds. Because the earth's produce and the green of the earth is also falling in the jurisdiction of Ashwini. Because we spoke about agriculture, we spoke about herbs, so that's not possible without the rain, the shower. So getting water from the clouds is the technology which the Ashwinis share. Right? So, and the main desire of Ashwini is to run free. Just to be free. So anything which captivates you, which ties you, which holds you, is not going to make you feel happy. This nakshatra is about breaking free. And now there are these stories relating to Ashwini Kumaras, which we'll discuss now. Lord Indra, he's the king of the gods. And the king of the universe is Lord Surya. So his offsprings, which is the Ashwini Kumaras, they are the natural, you can say, ascendants. They are the descendants, and the natural, they have this propensity to, in a very natural way, take over his crown.
Indra's crown of?
Well, Indra thought that they are so powerful, the Ashwini Kumaras, and they are so royal, princely, qualified, youthful, agile. They have all the qualities that they can supersede him to become the next king of the gods. Lord Indra overthrew his brother Varuna. Varuna is the lord of the oceans. So he overthrew his brother. First, for the longest time in Rig Veda, Lord Varuna was the Indra. So Indra overpowered his own brother and took the mantle of the king. So now they show in every mythological drama that Lord Indra is always very scared that he might lose his throne, his power, his position. You've always understood that he's insecure.
Because he had done the same.
Yeah, because he did the same, so he's always fearing that this might happen to me as well. So now when they were born, who were the natural descendants, and they were so worthy of taking over the throne. So he was very
suspicious.
Yeah, he was suspicious, he was very alarmed, and he was very aghast that, gosh, now my superseders have come. So there was always this insecurity, jealousy.
Okay.
And Indra Bhagwan always tried to sabotage the Ashwini Kumara's education and their, to live in the heavens. You had to have the nectar of immortality, or the exila, they call it, which is the cosmic drink, which the devas or the viable prospective devas would drink to become immortal and have their place in the heaven. So every time the Ashwini Kumaras were due for having the drink of immortality, Lord Indra would sabotage their opportunity every time. So that's why, they could not take a place in the heavens as of now. Sage Chavanya. You know where Chavanprash comes from?
Yeah.
It's coming from Sage Chavanya.
Okay.
And you will understand why Chavanprash and why Chavanya when we go through this story together.
Okay.
So, he's a Maharishi. He's a very powerful Rishi. Sage Chavanya, but he's very old.
Okay.
And he was doing his penance in the forest. And this beautiful princess called Sukanya, Princess Sukanya, she's here, she's riding on the horse. Now see the relevance, the horse is here, which is Ashwini Kumaras. So the relevance of the horse. So she's, galloping with her girlfriends, and little they lose track. So they come to a little deserted spot. In fact, she loses her friends. And she alone gallops to this deserted spot, where she sees that there is a huge bird's nest. And since the bird's nest is small, so she sees a huge one, almost like a mountain. So she's very inquisitive that how is this the bird's nest so huge. So she gets off her horse and she wants to check it on a closer quarter. So when she comes close, she sees two gleaming lights coming from two holes. So she very playfully thinks that they are moths. They are some divine magical moths, which are fiercely sparkling. Their energy is sparkling through these two holes. So she playfully wants to touch them. She wants to, arrest them. She wants to see what to do with them. They are so magical. So when she pierces the two holes to hold the moths, there was a shrill voice. And then to her dismay, she sees that it's a sage bleeding. His eyes are bleeding. These were the eyes. So this is the sage Chavanya. And he's very angry, and in his anger, he's just going to curse her when Sukanya's father arrives, the king. The father, Sukanya's father. So he arrives on the spot and he pacifies the sage. And how he pacifies, he offers his daughter's hand in marriage. Yeah, that my daughter will take care of you. And the sage happily agrees. And Sukanya also plays a very devoted and a very responsible and a very loving wife to the sage who is so old and blinded. So there is utmost devotion quality which Sukanya shows towards the sage. So what happens is that one fine day the Ashwini Kumaras spot the princess near the pond. Probably she was taking a shower or something, and they were very mesmerized by her fascinating beauty. So after she's done with her dressing and all, they approach her and they say that your kind of a beauty deserves a place in the heavens. Why are you languishing on the earth? Marry any one of us any one of the two Ashwini Kumaras, and secure your place in the heaven.
Okay.
Give up this languishing on the earth.
Sage.
And you're serving, you're so beautiful, so youthful, so young, and look, your husband is so old and he's blind. So do away with this life and come and accept our offer. So being a very devoted wife, she bitterly refuses. And she says that she's very happy serving her husband. And she was a very chaste woman and very pious. So they were very impressed by these qualities of hers. So they say that we will restore your husband's youth and we'll restore his vision. Provided, let's do a deal. She says, what's the deal? Because she feels, why not get the vision and the youth back of her husband? So she says, how do we go about this? So they say that if you recognize, we will convert him as one of us. And if you can tell apart your husband out of 3 of us, then you win the deal.
Then we'll give you this deal.
Then we'll restore his youth and his vision. Or else you come with us. And you have to accept us, any one of us. She says, okay, deal. Let's do it. Because this was the chance to win her husband's youth and vision. So what happens is that all 3 of them had similar looks. All 3 were Ashwini Kumaras here. So they were walking towards the pond for a dip. And when they were walking, the footprints were there of her husband. And since Ashwini Kumaras are demigods, they have no footprints. So she easily tells her husband apart. So they were very impressed by her intelligence, by her wisdom, by her sincerity, and they gifted her husband his youth and his vision. So the Chavanprash, this is ad for Chavanprash, I'm not paid royalty here, but that's why they say to get back your vitality and to have perfect vision, wonderful health, to increase your immunity, have Chavanprash. So it's coming from sage Chavanya. Right?
And Sukanya's effort.
Her sincerity wins. That's why they say that anyone who's sincere, this is for the insincere lovers, get sincere. You will win immortality. So, and then they request Sage Chavanya to share with them the secret of the synthesis of the nectar. Sage Chavanya exactly didn't have this knowledge completely, but he knew the synthesis of this knowledge. So he blessed them. So Ashwini Kumaras had this knowledge of synthesizing the exila. Yeah, he got that boon, he got that blessing.